My name is Aselm. I'm the host of Dumpster Fire Podcast. It's gonna be the first video that I'm gonna be putting up onto Dumpster Fire Podcast, and at the same time, this will be the first video of Dumpster Fire Podcast. So yeah, now let's begin talking about our main topic over here, which is how we've been basically just growing our channels over here. So because I'm the host, I'll be the one that's gonna tell you about it first, so you can know that I'm basically just not here, listening and just asking you questions. So basically, I started my channel at around like if I'm around 2018, but I wasn't really uploading videos up to that point. Although really started uploading at like around 2020, if I'm not wrong. 2020 and 2021. Around those years is when I started really posting videos that really got me some decent views. What I mean by decent views is like each of those videos were able to get at least 100 views. Although I've been seeing a small decline, likely because of the fact that I've not been really uploading too much it's because I don't really know how to edit my videos too well, and people just don't really like to watch my videos. Part of those is probably because my channel just been it's been starting to go down. My channel being YT-ASILM, even though I've changed that name a few times, going from Fred Mong, Final Mix, and up to now ASILM. As of right now, I'm probably gonna keep that channel a bit dead because I really don't know what to put up there at this point. And as of now, it's been just slowly going down, my subscriber count and views in general. Uh, for my channel, that's quite basically what that is. If you really want to question me for, I can just answer them if you want.
Hmm.
You have a question or anything?
No, not really.
Makes sense.
I was just sitting there listening. It was actually very interesting, shockingly.
Very interesting, hey?
Yeah, very interesting.
Fun. So really, no questions of how I grew my channel somehow up to 300 subscribers.
Honestly, I'm not gonna lie. It's probably through just sheer dumb luck, ain't it?
It's through sheer dumb luck and because of like like two videos that I uploaded, both those got 100,000 views somehow, and I'm not sure how.
Jesus. The most views one of my videos have ever gotten is, by the way, still my most viewed video to this day is a geometry dash video.
Holy crap!
Geometry dash. Like it is.
Geometry Dash.
I don't know how, but my most viewed video to this day is when I played Geometry Dash for the first time on my channel, and for some random goddamn reason, it has 8,100 views.
Jesus
Somehow, I
Christ.
don't know how it got that many. And all it is just the song "Press Start" in Geometry Dash, and that's it. Like I don't know how it grew so much, and it's only been up for an entire year as well, which is surprising to be
That's
honest.
actually really surprising. Yeah. Holy crap.
I know. I still to this day do not know for the life of me how the hell I managed to get that many views on that one video,
Yeah, for
and
me,
immediately following that one, 8 months ago, I uploaded another video, and it was literally just the Doctor Who theme song, just re-edited in a way that I thought made sense. That's it.
and how
With
much is it?
5,000 views.
Holy shit.
I don't know how I keep managing to make the stupidest videos in existence. And you know what's funny? Both of these videos that I've uploaded that actually are my two most viewed videos are actually just very low effort.
Yeah,
No effort put to them
yeah, literally. It's
whatsoever.
almost always those lower videos that you put next to no effort that you get the most views. So at the time, like both my videos, the top rated ones.
And then there's my third most viewed video of all time, and it's Choo Choo Charles Part 2.
So it
Like,
was, if I'm not wrong, by the time you uploaded that, that game was still fairly new.
yeah, that game was still fairly new, literally. Like, it had only been, like, what, half a year since it released on PC, and then it recently, after because I got an early key to the Xbox version of it,
Wow.
and I actually played that, but I purposefully didn't upload any of the Choo Choo Charles content until after the game came out on everywhere else other than just PC, because I thought it would be more fair for everyone that way.
Yeah, it's more fair for
And I think
everyone.
that's really the only reason why it has so many, my Choo Choo Charles playthrough has so many views, is purely because it was still fairly new and not many other content creators were playing on Xbox at the time. So
Yeah,
yeah,
that makes sense for how it got that many views. So yeah, for my most viewed freaking videos, there were some fairly new games. Both my top two ones are from the True Ingredient. Do you know that game? The one with like
not
SpongeBob and
really.
Shrek. It's that dumbass game. Here's
Um,
the most viewed is 64,000, so I remembered it wrong. And for my
See 4,000. What the hell?
yeah, I'm even confused how that got that popular. Although that was a very fairly
Use
popular
that
game.
how that number even exists for a small channel like yours.
I don't know. And then my second most is 47,000. Same game, but different version.
Jesus. Jesus
So
Christ,
for my
man.
third most, it's a game by the same developer, which only had 383 views. That's like still you can imagine that number.
I can't even count higher than 3, I'm not gonna lie, so.
Great point. I can't count higher than two.
Wow, looks like I'm just betting you by one singular number then.
Yeah.
Who would have thought?
Yep. So yeah, for content wise, I've watched some of your videos, and I can tell you've put some effort onto your videos actually, unlike mine.
Actually, that effort is actually 100% new, because when I started editing my videos, I started editing like years ago now at this point. Like my first ever video that I've ever edited was an SMV back in 2001, and ever since then I've just been using the SMVs to just practice editing and stuff and get used to the system. And when I said in DMs the other day that all of my editing skills were just pure trial and error, that's what I meant.
Wow.
That was 2 years ago. Is when I started editing, but I never really put it into actual videos until actually the beginning of this year, shockingly.
Shocking actually.
And even then, I wasn't putting much effort into it. The effort is really only a couple of months old. Actually, thinking about it, the very first video I ever started editing, like properly, for the sake of editing the video and getting it out, with quality instead of quantity, was when I played Resident Evil 7 a month ago. When you were playing it at the same time with Madhouse.
Oh.
That's the first time I ever like thought about how I'm gonna do this kind of stuff and actually tried to put effort into it.
So you basically started putting effort into your videos and your editing, like just fairly recently, like a month ago, like putting some more effort.
Basically, yeah. I started putting quality over quantity, you know?
Yeah, it's something that I really cannot say myself because the first
You're
time I
lazy.
edited my
You're just a lazy
videos,
fuck.
probably. So the first time I edited my videos was 3 years ago actually. That's the first time I edited my videos, but that's basically just me grabbing Twitch streamers clips and just putting them into that one video. That's like the first time I used editing softwares, like actually edited a video. Although that back then, I think I was using, I forgot what the name was called. I think it was like Windows Video Editor or something back then when Windows
Jesus
10 was
Christ,
still.
that editing software is ancient though. Like,
Yeah, that's basically where I started trying to edit my videos, but I really never tried to edit anymore after that. So if you really want me to tell you when I really started to fully edit my content, it's actually fairly recently, with that video I had that I included your name on, aka
yeah.
Madhouse Mishaps. That's really the first video I gave some decent effort on. Although if you want like some really low and bad effort, I have a few others like Twas a Nice Slap. That was like one of the first ones that I did, that I put not put I used editing on. That was one of the first few ones, and that one's actually fairly old, 7 months ago, apparently.
So we're both just lazy fucks that only recently started putting effort into editing videos.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna edit this one. Don't worry about it.
Oh wow, can't wait to see it, honestly.
It'll probably take a week or two, but it's gonna work.
It takes me like a day or two to edit a whole video. It's really the only reason it takes so long for me to get a video out is because I'm actually forcing myself to hold back from just pumping out videos all the time
Yeah,
due to wanting quality.
yeah. No, seeing how much videos you have, like 700 videos, that's
Th-
insane.
That that used to be daily uploads, by the way. Daily
Daily,
uploads.
daily uploads,
Daily uploads.
and how long
Monday
is
to
that?
Sunday. But most of those daily uploads were non-edited VODs from Twitch.
Wow.
So I can't really give myself the credit. Nowadays I only upload like 3 times a week.
So that's actually a bit. So if you want to know, for me, I really don't upload too much, and my older content, I mostly delete most of them, just because they were really freaking bad, low quality as fuck. Like really couldn't give more than two shits. In total, I have only like around 200 videos. I think it boomed just because I started streaming on YouTube nowadays. But like around 2 years ago is when I started streaming on YouTube. If we're not counting my VODs on the live section on YouTube, then I have around 50 or 100 videos in total. For editing software wise, yeah, no, I have different experience with different editing softwares like the Windows video editor, and then like I just dropped this fairly recently, and that is Clipchamp, which I still use, but I don't use as often as I did back then. And now I'm trying to learn how to use Vegas Pro, like with the Madhouse Mishaps video that I just uploaded like barely a day ago.
I've pretty much strictly only used Filmora, and I think I'm gonna stick to Filmora just because I now like know the system like a lot more better than literally anything else, and it's basically. I think most of the reason why I'm not gonna switch to another editing software is because I know that this one works, and I'm too lazy to try and figure what another editing software out. That's pretty much the only reason why I've stuck to Filmora, and it's very easy to use, and and a dumbass like me needs something easy to use. So
Yeah. So for me, I was like basically in the same boat with me now wanting to switch from Clipchamp. Like I had Vegas Pro like a while ago. I nearly 9 months at this point. Wait, I think that it's nearly a year actually. I've had Vegas for nearly a year because I wanted to edit a long ass video, the VODs with the Ethernet with a skill issue, the playlist I sent you that one time. Yeah, no.
Yeah, I haven't. I still haven't watched any of it, by the
Yeah,
way.
don't worry about it. I haven't even watched back, but basically I tried to edit that with Clipchamp, but yeah, every time I even try to put the video file in, Clipchamp just crashes all the time. That's basically why I asked my friend who had Vegas Pro, and he said sure, and he gave me Vegas Pro, but I really did not know how to use Vegas Pro at the time, so I just never even did that Ethernights video, even though I wanted to edit that video for the longest ass time. So yeah, basically all those fucking months I had, like 9 months, I've just not done anything for that video, even though I really just want to get it out, get it done, get it out, get it done.
Yeah. What I do when it comes to scrapping content is I don't delete the footage. I make a separate folder called scrapped content, and then I keep it until one day I'm thinking about making a cult content kind of video, just a massive video that's all the cult content of the previous year that I didn't like edit or upload or anything. I just wanted to make like a massive mega cut of all the cut content that I planned, edited, didn't edit, basically anything that didn't make it to the channel. What I did, instead of deleting it all together, is I just put it into a separate file and I just have it sitting there in case I run out of like time to upload a video that's going to take a long time to edit. And like, for example, my final shape extended cut, which I spent an entire week editing 5 parts with pretty much no sleep as well. I just wanted to get it done. And I think the reason why I keep doing this is because I just know that one day I'm not gonna have the fucking like time to edit these massive videos. So I just have like a backlog of old videos that I just did not have the motivation to upload at the time. So I have like videos from like 2 years ago, fully edited, but I just haven't uploaded.
So with me, I really don't have the footage from that time, like the Ethernight video, but partly because I don't have it and I haven't edited it since is because the file type for that video is an MKV if I'm not wrong. Because back then I used MKV to record my videos to save it, and what do you know? I went to Vegas Pro. I tried to put it in. I could not. So up to that point, I'm like, this is not gonna work. I cannot upload this as using MKV, and I'm trying to use like any file converter to change that MKV into an MP4. But there's a hard limit of 1 GB for like one file. So at this point, I've just given up on that video, and I just deleted the file because I need to save up some more file space to um uh record more and edit more my content really at this point, which is why really there has not been any news for me to really upload my Ethernights with a skill issue video. And that it's been 9 months. I know someone's been waiting at this point. Like, I think it's been at least a year that someone's waiting for me to upload that video, which at this point I have not worked on, but I might work on by just making that entire run again, doing it from the start to finish.
But this time not screwing up the file.
Yeah, no, no shit. Because now at this point, I'm recording with it with .mp4 now. Like right now, it's gonna save as .mp4, so it's gonna be really safe.
Yeah. I've just built a habit of live streaming all of my content and then turning that live streamed footage into a video. And I really just can't be bothered to try and like fix that problem because one, I don't have the equipment, and two, I'm too fucking lazy. So
Yeah, no, I have somewhat of a similar experience to be honest, with just uh streaming them and then just uploading them. Like some of my videos that's fairly recent, like not like from this year, they're mostly from VODs most of the time. Although the VODs are usually on my YouTube channel and not my, what's it called? My Twitch. Because my Twitch is, yeah, it's, I sometimes do a bit of PNG tubing on Twitch. But I have not done a stream on Twitch for a good while. Partly because I don't want to, and because of the fact that I'm using OBS, I'm gonna have to switch back and forth over YouTube and Twitch every time I want to stream on either platform. Which is why I really just haven't been streaming on Twitch, to be honest. And for the VODs on Twitch, I upload them on a different channel on YouTube, TTV PNGA's VODs. But really, I have not put anything else on there, so yeah, it's fairly dead actually.
Yeah, I started a whole second channel this year, and it died this year as well, like very quickly. I made an entire channel called 8bitcal13 VODs, and that's where I just uploaded all the raw unedited footage. Like I did with the alien isolation video, which, by the way, took way too long to make. It took way too long to record. 7 hours raw footage, one sitting. It was bullshit. I hated it. And it took a lot of time to edit, so when I finally finished editing, I wasn't actually gonna make a thumbnail for it for like an entire week after it was uploaded. But my friend knew that I was gonna make an entire video on this thing, so he made the thumbnail whilst I was working on the video. And by the time I finished the video, he had finished the thumbnail, so I was like, yeah, you know what? I'll just use this. It looks good. I don't care. I would rather use someone else's hard work than to make my own after spending pretty much like 4 entire days non-stop making this video. And to this day is still not in terms of like quality, but in terms of effort, planning, and setting up, is my biggest video, honestly.
So if I'm not wrong, the even the edited footage is like 1-2 hours long. If I'm not wrong,
2 hours and 48 minutes long.
that's
And that's not including the intro that I recorded for it, because when I make these long, very long videos, I don't do the intro. I hop right in, and I just don't do an intro or an outro. So I had to do an outro and an intro for this, and all of that edited footage was mostly just on its own. But then I thought, you know what, I might as well put in an intro, and the video was done, and then I uploaded it, and it is my biggest video, like, ever, honestly. So I've uploaded like hour plus videos and 4 hour plus videos, and even 24 hours of a live stream VOD at one point. And at the time, that was my biggest video. But in terms of the amount of effort put in, Alien Isolation Nightmare in One Sitting is now definitely my biggest video ever. Honestly, like, it is 2 hours and 48 minutes, and the raw footage just was so big that I just uploaded the raw footage anyways, as well, on my VODs channel, because it was there. That's what it was for. So I just uploaded the raw footage there. I did chop up a couple of scenes from it though, like taking long ass breaks as well, like for like 10 minutes straight. At one point, I cut that out, and then I just kind of moved on, and then just uploaded the footage as is without any editing. Honestly, it was the best idea I've ever made.
So effort wise, my biggest video is basically just the one that I basically uploaded like fairly recently, the Madhouse Mishap one.
Oh yeah, the
Yeah,
one where I rage quit on Marguerite's final boss fight.
yeah, that one. But overall, if we're gonna be talking about even scrapped ones, then my biggest one would be the basically an hour to 2 hour long Ether Nights video of me just basically losing my insanity trying to beat that game without using the skill system. S- Hence
The
the
only
name Silver.
video I have ever like deleted and completely cut from my files was, surprisingly enough, a video on my favorite anime of
Oh
all
dear God.
time. And shockingly, it's not Tanikawa,
Holy
believe it
shit.
or not. That's my favorite romance anime. My favorite anime of all time is actually an anime that you've seen the waifu on, and in fact you can see on my fucking profile picture right now. It's an anime called Musoku Tensei, and it's about this neat degenerate that gets reincarnated into another world and grows as a person.
Oh.
It gave me hope that I can someday become someone that's respectable as well. So
Well,
that's why I like that one.
I'm pretty sure some people respect you either way, even though yeah, at this point you're still a degenerate. But
I'm
yeah,
still a degenerate freak, but you know, at least some people respect me.
so of course, if you're gonna upload something, you're gonna have a thumbnail, right? But my question is, do you make the thumbnails by yourself, or do you usually have someone else like help you
Most of
make
the
them?
time, I do make the thumbnails by myself, but like I said, there are occasions where people make them for me. Alien Isolation, definitely one that I didn't make myself. My friend made it. It looks too good to be one of mine. It actually looks like it has put effort into it, and my thumbnails are normally just like very quick, put together, and barely any effort put into it as well, just to make it look, you know, watchable at the very least. And you can really see throughout all my thumbnails. The most effort I've ever put into my thumbnails is my Final Safe extended cut videos, and that's it.
Oh, so most of them, the ones that you made, are fairly low effort, and look at now, I can see that it's mostly just screenshots with some text on there.
Yeah, but like I said, very low effort most of the time.
That's still somewhat better than me, who basically just don't use any thumbnails at all. At all. Like most of the time, I don't even make a thumbnail just because why would anyone even watch my fucking videos anyway? So I just never make
Oh
them to
yeah,
begin
yeah.
with.
I used to think that, but then I gained 200, almost 200 subscribers recently, and honestly, I just thought, you know what? I might as well start making the thumbnails look good if the videos are shit. You know, clickbait people into thinking that these videos are good when they're not.
I guess they must, if they watch it, they mostly care about the effort at this point.
I don't think they care about the effort. There's one of Watch Me Suffer, which one of my Destiny 2 Final Save movie, which is the lore only and story only video of all of the Final Save extended carts that I've recently uploaded. And the Final Save movie is 3 hours long, 28 minutes long, and you could just tell I just took a screenshot of my gameplay, plopped the fucking logo on, cooked it a day. Because honestly, I'd already spent like 4 days, 4 or 5 days editing that and recording it at the time as well. Because I actually I actually didn't have the DLC at the time, so I just did all the free-to-play stuff, and then 3 days later, I got the DLC and the annual pass because I'm a sucker for finishing something I've started, and it, I just called it a day after making the thumbnail with a screenshot and slapping the logo on. That's about it. Very low effort, very stupid effort as well, and suckingly, it works. The most surprising part is it works.
So basically, that's your history with thumbnails. For mine,
Basically, yeah.
some of my older content of a very bad game back then. I forgot the name of it. Someone made the thumbnails for me back then. Although that's only just for those videos in specific. Like only those videos that I put that someone else made thumbnails for me. After that, like when I branch off from the off that those content that one singular game, they just never talk to me anymore. But at the same time, those thumbnails were actually not too bad. But in all honesty, I kind of hate it now, which is why I deleted those videos overall. I just don't want anyone to watch that anymore because of how fucking bad it was.
Yeah, I can kind of see that.
For recent thumbnails, yeah, no, this is basically
It,
like
it's
probably,
it's what YouTube gave you and you moved on. I can already tell most of them.
yeah, for the most recent one, only Madhouse Mishaps, the only one that I really tried to make. Although it's still just a screenshot, some random ass text, like with a random ass font. I was thinking of,
And then the part of my profile picture at the time just slapped on the top. Yeah, I saw it and I was like, yeah, that's fucking hilarious.
I was actually trying to think of where to put that profile picture. I was actually trying to think of putting it on Jack's face, but at the same time, I thought, nah, I'll just flip it 180 and then just slap it on the very top where Jack's face would be. What was funny was I actually didn't know what to name the video really.
Madhouse Hell featuring 8-bit cow is what I would have called it. But hey, that's me, not you.
Nah, to be honest, I was like very much thinking. I'm like, what would rhyme decently? And I'm like, Madhouse Mishaps Marguerite because it's MMM. I was like, sure, that sounds funny. So I just put that in, and then wrote by 8bitcal13. Just put your name down there on. Yeah, pretty sure you can see it right next to Marguerite's
Very
name.
Max to Marguerite, yeah, it's very tiny green text. Honestly, I'm shocked you didn't just put Boku no Pico chroma keyed into that, honestly. That would have been fucking hilarious at the time.
Oh my god.
Because it's fucking just like like whenever I see a green screen, the first thought that pops into my head is put Boku no Pico there. Something seriously wrong with me for thinking of that, but hey, if I had to suffer watching all three of those episodes, I'm gonna make damn sure people remember that suffering.
That's funny, man. That's actually hilarious.
I know. I've been trying to do this for years. But yeah. However, when it comes to like my long videos, the longest videos I make that they're all mostly just supercuts of videos I've already uploaded, but just condensed into one video. And the supercuts are definitely just very lazily put together because honestly, those videos were all separate videos at one point that I just massed into one long video. And I think the supercuts are something that I'm gonna do a little bit more often if I can. For example, with the Resident Evil 7 playthrough, I finished that recently, so I'm gonna make that a supercut at some point. And then I'm gonna keep doing it to more videos as they get completed and stuff. Because honestly, instead of watching like 70 videos on a playlist to watch that thing, you could just watch it all in one video. And then from that I can evenly spread out the advertisements when I eventually get them, so they're not too frequent when YouTube tries to fuck you over.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I'm pretty sure some people would enjoy supercuts just because they don't really have to make a playlist to watch them all. Because sometimes with a playlist, you're basically gonna get fucked over with ads so often. Because those videos usually when you just open the videos first, the ad, and then midway ad, and then like a few seconds later another ad. So yeah. Now, what inspired you to actually start making YouTube videos? To be honest, like, what made you start trying
It
to?
it's a very long story, to be honest, but I guess the short end of it was I was like maybe 4, 5 years old when I really realized this is something I would want to do. I was watching like so many PewDiePie videos back then, and especially with the Slender the Arrival playthrough that you did at the time. And I guess just seeing someone just unfiltered, as almost as unfiltered as me, just having fun playing the game and still getting like, you know, a high reception of people just watching and always just liking that kind of stuff. I just got inspired. But I guess the actual YouTuber that inspired me to start uploading altogether was Dan TDM, which still
Oh.
to this day is one of my biggest influences. And the YouTuber that inspired me to edit my videos the way I do is a YouTuber named 8bit Ryan.
Oh yeah, I
And
know 8-bit, right?
and he's the guy that inspired. I have multiple inspirations for my content. The person that inspired me to make content altogether, down to the end, person that inspired me to just be myself was PewDiePie, and then 8bit Ryan was the person that inspired me to edit my videos the way I do. And since then, it's really just evolved from there. And now I used to not know a single thing about content creation. I still don't know a single thing about content creation, to be honest. But hey, it's fun, so I still do it.
So for me, over here, I basically did not have any inspiration to no one to inspire me to upload content because I think it's fairly. I was like 9 years old or something when I first started watching YouTube. When I watch YouTube videos, I was like, "Damn, man, these are fucking cool." And from then on, I'm like, "What if I became a YouTuber?" Uh, and yeah, I tried to start uploading videos. I actually had a different channel before this one, although I don't have that email anymore. I don't have access to it.
Yeah,
I
I
was
used
like,
to have. This isn't actually my first channel either. My first channel, it still has the same name, just without the 13. And it's just the profile picture is literally just my face with Photoshop applied to it, and Jesus Christ, it is stupid.
that
And
sounds hilariously stupid,
the
actually.
description for my first channel is as reads: gamer, streamer, and professional dumbass.
Oh my good god.
You can tell I did not have like any effort put into my channel back then, and it was just small VOD, small videos. My most edited video was edited by someone else, and it was just for a school project I was doing at the time. And that's it. That's the entire edited video that I actually edited myself and helped to edit and stuff. Again, my content sucked back then. I was like, all of those videos were like 7 years. The first video I ever uploaded on that channel was 7 years ago, and I was so fucking young. I think I was like 13-ish when I started uploading.
Counting from your current age, then yeah, it's around 13. So yeah,
I had the idea since I was 5, but never really put that into practice until I was 13 years old, and it sucks. I'm gonna be honest here, it sucks. My first video is the very first game I ever got into as well, and that is Minecraft.
featuring your
Minecraft
microphone.
is quite literally my genesis at this point,
Yeah.
and it's 24 seconds. Because at the time, I did not know shit about recording videos. And at the time, I was just using Windows recording software, just base built into every laptop, every computer at all. And I accidentally pressed the hotkey to end the recording. Was I was recording it, and it just ended. 24 seconds, and I just uploaded it at the time because I thought it had recorded the whole thing, but it fucking didn't.
That's
And then the next day, I uploaded a video called "How Bad Is Zonda Radio," which at the time was a YouTuber I had beef against because haha funny.
So you had a beef against that guy just because it was funny.
Basically, yeah, and it's just 7 seconds of pure silence.
That's like it's a pure fucking silence.
Just pure silence for 7 seconds, and that is it.
Wow.
Literally just 7 seconds. No description, no editing, just pure unedited raw 7 seconds of silence.
Wow.
That's it.
Wow. So yeah, no, I found your
Yeah.
channel over here on my phone. Yeah, I can
Yeah.
see that.
Yeah, you can see how little effort I put into that channel even when I started. But when I made this channel, I thought, you know what? I'm gonna lock in this time. I'm gonna find a way to make good content, and then I didn't until 2024 when I started putting effort in. And I wish I did it sooner, actually. But at the time, I didn't have the equipment or the time. And my SMP at the moment is an SMP that's lasted 2 entire channels. Back then, now it's called the 8-bit SMP. But back then, I called it Cuntcraft.
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, what the fuck is Cuntcraft?
That's my SMP back in season 2.
Wow.
And by the way, we are now in its second story on the second season, other known as Chapter 2 Season 2. So, yeah, 3 years isn't a very long time. I know that, but at the time, everything I was doing was innovative in terms of storytelling, and believe it or not, I didn't get inspired by any other SMP. That was just pure child stupidity back then. And now I'm just still pure child stupidity, but I'm now 20 years old instead of 13.
Wow. So, let me just continue where I left off. So, basically, that first channel, I think it was made in like 2015. I think I started trying to upload that in 2017, I think. I was like, how old was I? I was like 7 or 8 years old by then. Wait, no, like around 9 years old, basically. And I started trying to upload some random ass videos where you can basically see my face. That was like some random ass trick shot videos, even though it had like zero fucking effort. And then around I think 2017 or 18 is when I got my first email address, and that's basically the same one for my current channel, YT-ASOM, that I've still been using to this day, mind you. I'm still using to this day. And one of the first content I think I had on there was some random, I don't really know because I already deleted that video like a while ago. But I think I started uploading like 5 years ago, to be honest. But I could be wrong. But somewhat like your story, didn't have the equipment to really try and innovate my videos back then. I think my first laptop, it fucking got busted as fuck. Like the motherboard just burnt, and I'm not sure why at this point. And then switched to I think a few months later, I switched to a different laptop. I still have that laptop to this day, but the amount of times I put it to repairs and the amount of files I've lost, yeah, I basically don't use it anymore. And now right now, like currently, I'm using a PC just to record, edit, and basically do whatever the fuck I want with my content at this point.
Yeah, that's what I do with my content. I literally, you can see in my description, at the very bottom of my description of my current channel is, if you don't like how my content is, then just don't fucking watch it.
I mean, I haven't really watched your content because I'm usually too busy procrastinating, aka being lazy doing nothing.
I'm too busy procrastinating, but my procrastination is more work for myself more than procrastination. I'm not editing video. If I'm not editing videos, I'm recording videos. If I'm not recording videos, I'm editing videos. And if I'm not doing either, I'm thinking of videos to make.
So you're basically just always
I'm
content
always
creator
in work
mindset.
mode, basically. I'm always in that mindset, and the only times I really actually take a break from thinking about content creation is when I'm in the Discord servers.
Like the
That's about
Tonikawa
it.
one.
Like the Tonikawa one, yeah.
Wow. So for me, I'm over here procrastinating, basically just doing nothing because I've had a lot of different projects I have from like 2021 that I have still have not finished to this day. Because back then back in 2021 I think I like to make random ass games using RPG Maker, and I
Yeah,
think
you
I
you
got
was working on a
like some pretty
Toyokawa
one.
one when we first came across each other, if I remember correctly.
I really only thought about it after I joined the server. That's basically when I was trying to make uh, that fan game using RPG Maker. But prior to that, I basically just did not have the idea for it yet. But yeah, I had a project back in 2021. Uh, it was like a random Five Nights at Fuckboys game. Pretty sure you know about that. Like Five
Yeah,
Nights at
I saw
Fuckboys fan
that.
game.
I saw it.
Yeah, it's basically you're playing as an egg. You know Flumpty Dumpty from no Flumpty Bumpty from One Night at Flumpty's. You know that guy?
I think so. Is that enough fan game
Yeah, the
about
one
an
with an egg.
egg? Is there an animatronic?
Yeah, the one with an egg, a fucking
Yeah,
something
yeah,
else.
I've seen that. I've seen it, but I've never really played it myself.
Yeah, no. So basically, the fan game revolved around that character and his friends. It's been in development hell up to now. It's in a very early stage of development. I swear to God, I'm still trying to work on it. But really, my biggest issues is it's very hard to balance that shit because I'm trying to make sure it's in the middle ground where it's not too hard nor too easy. But at the same time, I don't have any sprite artists, so if I'm gonna make art or anything, I'm basically gonna have to make it myself. Which is why it's been in development
Yeah,
hell.
I tend to avoid like trying to make art for anything, to be honest. Like if you haven't noticed, most of my like profile pictures or anything like that is just things that I've just seen along the way, copied, pasted, done. Too lazy to do my own stuff because I'm already working like I don't know, I think like 17 hours a week just to fucking upload 3 videos a week. So I thought, you know what? I'm gonna put a little bit of effort into just doing this, and then put most of my effort into doing what I'm here to do. And that's just how I've just gotten my profile pictures lately. It's just very quick and easy copy paste nowadays. The only thing that isn't copy and pasted is my name, and that's about it.
So that was your history on profile pictures. So for me,
Basically.
it's actually I don't remember most of it, but I remember using my profile picture. The first one that I no, that's not the first one. It's the one that I still remember up to now. It's like a random red Freddy animatronic that's trying to eat a sandwich that looks like a butt. I, s- I, s- I think I still have that image, but I'm not too sure. Good chance I've already lost that image. But that was like one of the few that I still remember because kept using that because I switched my name like very often, and that I kept that when my name was still Fred Mong. And for when I switched my name to Final Mix, I don't exactly remember if I changed it or not, but I still remember back in 2023, I used the picture of my friend that I have like in the subscription of my channel, like on the home page. I have his channel on there, and like I think that profile picture is like in the one time I was with him in the VC, and I'm like, bro, this guy's fucking hilarious. He's going mentally insane. So I just took a screenshot and I kept that image for a good while. It was fairly recent that I actually used his face for my profile picture, and I'm pretty sure you already know. I changed it to a random picture of a I don't even know the character's name. I think it was Elena. I
Random picture of a random character's name.
I think her name was Elena, but I don't really remember. And I'm just yeah, sure this fits. Although if you want me to tell you, I don't exactly simp for the character because I don't even know the character at all. That's how much that's how little effort I even put to making my profile pics. I don't even know the character on my profile pic. So you're trying to tell me to explain that character? I really
You
can't.
just saw cute girl, thought, fuck it, why not?
It's not really cute girl. Fuck, why not? It's mostly like, hmm, she might fit
Yeah,
with my channel.
I used to do cute girl, fuck it, why not for so long, and for like 2-3 years it was just Sukasa, just that, no
It's
effort
it's
at
only
all.
it's only fairly recent that I'm using cute girl. Fuck it, why not with Alina? But mostly because I picked Alina, not Firefly, even though I really would have, just because I looked at some pictures. Hmm, the pictures actually kind of could basically just describe what the fuck I am, because like I have a picture of basically Alina being very tired doing shit, and I have
Which
one where
you want to
she's
date?
just like holding a puppet, which is my current profile picture right now. You can see. I'm like, huh? Looks like she's mentally insane or some shit. So I'm like, yeah, why not? I'm
Yep, perfect match for the mentally insane, always constantly tired moron.
up. But basically,
That's basically it. Just
but
literally, I've just figured you out just like that. Like, who would have thought?
who would have fucking thought? I know I'm easy to read, but still, holy shit.
Let's talk about fucking like favorite video
Well,
and like
believe me.
playlists. Yeah, because honestly, there's only one playlist I've actually enjoyed making throughout my entire career so far, which by the way is very short. By the way, still to this day, and that is my Vizard's playthrough.
What?
Which Vizard? It's a horror game that has no direction, no like a lot of puzzles and stuff, and it is a goddamn true horror. Like you're always gonna. I was always terrified. Still to this day, my favorite like playlist. My favorite individual video though has definitely got to be my Alien Isolation videos.
Yeah.
It's definitely my Alien Isolation video because that's really the first time I like played something for the sake of giving myself a dumb challenge and actually successfully done it. My challenge was as follows: play Alien Isolation within one sitting, and that is it. I did it. So
So
definitely my favorite video. My favorite playlist is my Vizard's playlist. The original that has 13 episodes in, I think. I can't remember. It's been a while since I last played Vizards.
So for me, I don't really have a lot of playlists, and I think at this point I only have one, and that's basically I actually had a second one, but I already deleted all the content on that playlist because I did not want anyone to see that anymore. And for this latest one, it's the one that I sent you as well, the fucking Ether Knight 2
Wow.
trilogy one.
the Ethernight Skill Issue playlist. It's
Yeah,
almost like it's the only playlist you've ever bothered to make.
I've actually had some other ones that I mostly deleted the videos on, so I just delete the entire playlist. Mostly because I don't want anyone to watch it. But for like video wise, it's just the Madhouse Mishaps one. What did you fucking expect?
What did you expect? It's the only video you've put any effort in.
And although if we're talking overall, then probably an old one, the first video that will come up on my channel, aka Clip Remix 2. That was like the first one that I'm kind of proud of. But for the more recent ones, then yeah, no, it's just the Madhouse Mishaps one.
Hmm.
Now, what more can we talk about? Because I feel like we've talked about basically everything about our channels.
Well, except one thing.
That is?
I can't remember.
Dear God.
I know there's something missing, like we haven't talked about, but I just can't, like, place my finger on it, you know?
Yeah, no, we've talked about the thumbnails, profile pics,
Alright,
videos.
yeah, there it is. I finally got it. Favorite moment in a video.
Oh, favorite moment in a video.
My favorite moment in one of my videos has definitely got to be one of my most viewed videos in Tutu Charles, actually. Tutu Charles is definitely one of my like all-time favorite indie games, to be honest. Because it's just such a like it's such a meme game. Like you never would think horror and a spider train at the same time. At all, in fact. And my
Actually,
favorite moment is actually in my finale episode when Charles is trying to get to me, and I just fucking beat him right before his final boss fight got triggered. I beat him twice in the same like 10 minutes
the
because
fuck?
I beat him in the free roam and then I beat him again 2 minutes later in his triggered boss fight.
Wow.
It was fucking hilarious, I'm not gonna lie. And a minute before I got to his boss fight trigger, I also took care of everyone by running back to the train which had the gun on. By tricking everyone to just follow me to the train where I just took a rail gun, subbed lead into their skulls. And that's my favorite video, part of a video, honestly, of all time. And I think it's always going to be my favorite video, like part of a video, to be honest.
So for me, I guess my favorite moment could be in my last Ethernight VOD because I don't really have a lot of videos overall, but on that one VOD, I beat that one boss that I was fucking struggling for 2 days with to fucking beat at all. Like there was in total 2 episodes. Like I think one half the second half of that one of the previous episode, the fourth part, was me just trying to beat that boss, and then on the first half of part 5, I finally beat that bitch. You do not know how freaking mentally insane I got just from doing that, and not even
Like you
that.
wasn't mentally insane before.
Not like I was not meant. Yeah, not like I'm mentally sane at all. But even then, on that same video, the fifth one, the only reason I like that one so much is because I also finally finished the challenge on that one freaking video. That was like so like the entire series. It spans 5 episodes. Each episode was one entire day. So I basically was like, there's like 5 acts, so why don't I just do one act one day, one act one day? That's basically what I was doing the whole time. But yeah, like the final part of it, the fifth episode on, not fifth episode, fifth VOD, because finally beat the boss I was struggling on, the final boss of Act 4, and I beat the final boss of Act 5, aka the final boss of the entire game. in the same episode somehow. I feel like we've exhausted all our questioning. Like,
I'm
there's
not gonna
not
lie,
more.
I'm running out of ideas here as well, to be honest.
Yeah, me too around here, man. Oh,
I mean, there's nothing stopping us from like talking just about anything else, is there?
probably not, but we agreed to just talk about our YouTube channels.
Basically,
So yeah, no, thank you for appearing as the first guest of Dumpster Fire Podcast. Thank you
no
very much.
problem, no problem. I've always wanted to be in a podcast. I told you before, and honestly, even if it is for a small, like another small content creator, it is a dream come true. Honestly,
All right, man. Thank you for appearing in this podcast, being the first guest with probably the one and only host.
probably, yeah. Or I could join you as a second host. Who knows?
Who knows? Maybe in the future there'll be more co-hosts.
Gonna need more monster energies, man. That's what we need.
Basically. So yeah,
You're
that's.
gonna need to overdose on Firefly or whatever.
I'm gonna have to cut that out for fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know.
Oh fuck off.
I couldn't help myself, like, cause honestly, I do the same thing.
Funny.
Um,
So yeah, thank you for your time today, and to basically anyone who's watching this video, thank you for watching to the very end. And I am your host, Asom, and I will see you guys on the next episode.